What's up, everybody? I know it's not a Mountain Dew. Got in here a little bit early, but see who I was gonna show up. What y'all want to talk about today when you get here? Besides the wrestling match that I won, clearly. Undefeated wrestler. Yes, sir. Undefeated. I know it's a little early. It's like only 8:18 in real life, but on my computer it says it's 8:30. Actually, 8:32. Good evening, Ronald. How are you doing? Thank you for the thumbs up. As y'all come in, click the thumbs up. Can y'all hear me? How does it look? Let me know. Get a few people in here. We'll start talking about everything we're going to talk about. What's up, Flake? How you doing? It's kind of slow on my laptop. I was looking on my phone. How does it sound, Joe? Let me know. I'm playing with a new mic. Just let me know. Feeling like summer down here? Well, it was yesterday here. Right now, it was probably 65 last night. I had to sleep with the air conditioner on. Right now, it's 29. Yeah, less than 24 hours. Thanks, Flake. It's like I say, I bought a little new mic, trying it out. Want it to sound a little better than it did. The lighting to be good. Big reason I hadn't done them before. Good to know, Ronald. Sound is clear. Good deal. Good deal. Give everybody a little bit to get in here. Y'all got any questions? Asked away. I've been in here playing. I'm not used to this laptop camera, seeing if I can show baits and make them look decent. But y'all know if you watch anything I do a bunch of stuff, but I fish a lot. A lot. Bass fishing is my thing. That and drinking Diet Mountain Dew. I'm trying not to have one tonight. Just like pure water. Yeah, we're still like 9 minutes ahead. I don't know why my computer shows me it's already 8:34 on it. I gotta adjust something, I guess. I don't know. So, Flight, when you gonna get that wrap put on? What other social media do you do? I gotta see that. Until I got old, I drank a 30 pack of Busch Light every night until I got old. Mine's always sketchy, Flight. We're lucky if I can talk or not. Sometimes it just won't work. I'm way out in the woods, like 100 miles from nowhere. Try to share this live, see if I can get a few people in here. Oh, somebody else came in. Who came in? Oh, there they are, L&M. How y'all doing? Just trying to share it out a little bit. Actually, my laptop told me it was 8:30 way before it was 8:30. It's saying it's 8:36 now, and it ain't but 8:24. So I started a little bit early, trying to let everybody get in here. Tried to share it out a little bit. Maybe we can get a crowd in here. Been so long since I've done a live, though. May not be nobody but you and Flake show up. And Ronald. Might be it. Then y'all can get the wrestling story early. What's up, Brian T? Fishing the last couple of days, nothing. Throwing jigs, worms, chatterbaits. It's rough. Yeah, it's rough, Brian. I promise you. This cold front ain't gonna help nothing. Thank you, L&M. Or just Lou. I'm sure it's Lou watching, right? Yes or no? Yeah, Brian, that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit. Trying to let a crowd get in here, a few people get in here, I know. About what I would throw this weekend. Over here in East Texas, we've had a massive cold front just slam through here. Eminem's watching too. Okay. I appreciate it. I need all the viewers I can get. But I got some baits up here that I would throw for sure. What was my wrestling name? Big John. What do you think? It only lasted one day. And it was a drunken accident. Many years ago. About 21 years ago. Oh, we got a few people in here. I want to do a podcast. I don't know if I'm smart enough to do one. I was wanting it to be like just a live and edit out some of the talking to y'all and just make it a podcast. I don't think I'm smart enough to do that. I'm probably going to have to record it and put it out that way and then put that video out. But the name of the podcast will be Backboated Again. Because that's a story of my fishing career. I can't afford a boat, so I'm always in the back of the boat. It's kind of a running joke. Let's kick it off with what I would be throwing this weekend. This ought to work anywhere that you got unfroze water. Right here, just a jig. It's not a flipping jig, it's a hybrid jig. It's made by these people right here, 6 cents. I throw it in the black and blue if it's muddy water and everything's gonna be muddy here, or something like that, something a brim color if I had clear water. That would be what I'd start the day out with. I think that's probably just her personal thing, Blake. Yeah, they're both weedless jigs, yes, sir. I've trimmed that one a little bit. That's the first thing I generally do when I open a jig up. My second bait, I'd start throwing pretty early once the sun got up and was rolling, is a bladed jig. Probably here, I'm going to throw a red or a black and blue. Because, like I say, we got about 3 inches of rain today, all in about 2 hours. So all the water's going to be muddy and blue out. Oh, yeah, Lee, it's way better to have a friend with a boat. I don't have near the expenses buy gas every now and again. Way better. I'm also going to be throwing a creature bait of some kind. I'm going to be throwing it on Carolina Rig. What's up, Texas Railing? In here telling everybody what I'm going to do this weekend. You missed a jig and a chatterbait. I've been throwing a lot of Carolina Rig this winter. That right there has been a good one. And the Jean LaRue Biffle Bug has been good. I like both of them. Kentucky Crew Outdoors. Hello, everyone. Can't go wrong with a jig. You know that. You know me. Did y'all get a bunch of rain, Texas Reeling? That Carolina rig's been good to me all winter too. I mean, real good. Go to some moving baits. I don't know how this mic picks up sounds like that. I hope they're not too loud. Muddy, blowed out water. That right there, that's a killer. Lipless with some chartreuse on it and some orange. If the water's not blowed out, it's going to be one of them too. If it's not really muddy. I know it's going to be really muddy though. The one on the bottom's a one knocker that I don't even know if you can buy that color anymore. It's, I think, a Rayburn Gold or something like that. That's a one knocker made by Excalibur. Water in Tennessee will definitely be blown out. It will be here, I have a feeling. Oh, I know, Eddie. I know you like that Biffle Bug. I do too. But I'm about out. I'm going to have to order some. Yeah, he's got a good channel. You live in the same town? Okay, Brian. Well, I'm not far from you. I'm up here close to Dangerfield, out in the middle of nowhere. Kentucky water is muddy. 2 inches of rain today. Seriously, I don't know how much everybody else got, but we got hammered over this morning. It was horrible. And it came down fast. Like 45 minutes, you could look out my window and not see out of it. Eddie, did y'all get a bunch of rain down there? And my last bait, if I can't catch, well, I got two of them here. If nothing else is working, there's got to be nothing else is working before I throw one of these. That jerk bait. Wintertime. I know the water's going to take a sharp drop for a few days because, like I say, we were at 70 last night when I went to bed, and it's below 30 probably now, pretty close. Thank you, Lee. You don't have to do that. And that's another one of my favorite ones, a Movement 80X. It's real tight wobble. I've also got a flat side square bill I throw in that cover when the water's muddy. It's on the rod. I didn't bring it in the house. But yes, sir. Frog's nice too, but we don't live in Florida, Flake, and we're about 3 months out from a frog being just a go-to thing. Come about, not even mid-April, I start throwing them early in the mornings. And I got a power plant lake where I could probably go next week and catch fish on a frog. If they're generating any power. They hadn't been generating power. Was it a bunch of rain, Eddie? I mean, you think it brought the lake up or muddied the lake? I know it blew Lone Star out. We got so much in Dangerfield. I know by tomorrow Lone Star will be blew out. And I was planning on going over there tomorrow afternoon. And I can't paddle far enough to get away from the mud and to get to where I think the fish will be. It's kind of stupid on Lone Star. There's a marina right where I want to fish. If they will not let you launch at that marina. Well, it was a lot here too. Water came over my bridge. That's how much we got and how fast we got it. Eagle Pass, Texas. That's down south. I'm way up northeast. I'm closer to Oklahoma than I am to anything. What lake do I fish mostly? Lone Star, Lake the Pines. Every once in a while, Welch. There's a couple other small lakes that nobody knows about. Okay, that's a good question, L&M. Not sure. It was getting up into the upper 50s, but with this weather, it may knock it down a little bit. We've got two things working against us. A north wind cools it off, and it's getting cold tonight and getting cold tomorrow night. Flake, I wouldn't live anywhere else. I've tried, and I always wind up back here. I've heard some of the experts say, Lou, that the big bass are up. They're ready to spawn with this full moon. That this little front's not going to bother them. They're going to spawn this weekend. Now, the last fishing video I put up, one of the bigger females we caught already had a bloody tail. She had already been on bed. She was about 6 and looked like she was spawned out. And that's crazy before Valentine's Day. Our big push forward with the bed fish will be the first full moon after the dogwood's blown. That's when you'll see it the most. You start seeing them dogwoods getting ready to pucker up and you got a full moon coming, it's time to look for bedded fish. What's up, 903 Fishing? Over here talking a little fishing right now. I've also talked about doing a podcast. I don't know if I'm smart enough to, but I'm going to try. Yes, sir. Our bigger fish definitely start spawning in February. Been all over the country working and stay here. That's right, Brian. Oh, yeah. I've chased construction from here to the East Coast. I've chased the oil field 4 or 5 states deep, and I always come back here. Never leave. These piney woods are my home. But Eddie, have you caught any fish? Or Texas Reeling, have you caught any fish that looked like they were ready to spawn? I know last year I was getting pop-ups on my phone from the 2 big ones that I caught with Mr. Eddie. They were in 2 foot of water, and that was late January. And they were definitely locked on something because I caught them in the identical same spot, 30 minutes apart, maybe an hour apart. On my laptop's slow. I can see it on my phone updating way before I can over there. I know your favorite place, Eddie. I know your favorite place all year, every year. You know my favorite place all year, every year, up against a bank somewhere, beating their heads in. My favorite spot will be non-fishable probably for the next 5 years. Because they've got Lake of Pines dropped so low and they're going to drop it lower. I can't even get into my hole with a kayak right now. That's all my pet bass done run away. Anybody that's watched the channel for any time, it's where I had to get rescued. Yeah. Yeah. That little spot I got, Lee, it might change your mind if you ever got in there and got on them. That might be your favorite spot. I hadn't been to Banjo yet this year. I need to get out there and try it. I bitch about muddy water, but I'd much rather fish muddy than clear water. It makes all the difference in the world catching big fish. But my little hot spot on Lake the Pines it's probably nearly dry right now. I've been as close to you get to it in a boat, and it's less than 2 foot of water. Now there's some pockets in there, but I hope them fish don't stay in them pockets because I have a feeling they're gonna get locked in there if they do. But I was hoping old Drop Shot Bobby would come in here. I sent him a invite. They get his opinion on it. Wayman's working. We found that out last night. But I'm gonna get out probably tomorrow afternoon and definitely Saturday afternoon and do a little fishing. Maybe there'll be a video. Maybe there'll be some TikToks. You can't never tell how it goes. I've been struggling to catch more than 2 fish here lately. Buck's been on them, but there again, if the wind's blowing, I hate fishing in the back of a boat. Oh, I would hate fishing them. Yeah, I've seen them ponds. I guess they're all up in that part of the country where they dug them pits out. I know a friend of mine, which he's got a big channel now, but he doesn't fish. Up in Illinois, he fished a bunch of them pits, them coal pits where they dug out, and we catch some big fish in them. I try to go once or twice a year, maybe 3 times catfishing Lee. My cousin's damn near a professional blue cat guy, and I try to snake out with him once a year. And I like to go run jugs and fill the freezer up once a year. I ought to do it more often. That's some of my biggest videos are catfishing. My jug fishing video from last spring gets 100 views a week, which makes no sense. It was a horrible video, and we caught little bitty fish all day. $50 to $100, I wouldn't know how to fish that. I'd be lost. Most of the lakes in my part of Texas are mud holes. Shallow, deepest part will be 30 foot, and that's right at the dam somewhere. Most of the time you see me fishing, I'm fishing in less than 8 foot of water. Saturday after lunch, Brian, it ought to be on. Wind's not going to be too bad, and the temperature's going to climb, and it's going to be sunny. By the end of the day, Saturday, I bet it's on. Then if you don't get on Sunday, we got another front blowing through Monday. It's supposed to bring a lot more rain. And then people that are dropping Lake the Pines are going to be having a stroke, the rain we're getting right now. They liable to have the gates wide open. I know a lot of y'all came for a wrestling story. I was hoping Brent would jump in here. I sent him an invite. He was there when it happened. I have one professional wrestling event under my belt. It was in 2001 by a drunk accident. If y'all want to hear it, tell me. Got 6 people left in here. I'm going to tell it anyway, whether you want to hear it or not. We went to a local small-time wrestling event in Gilmer, Texas. And it was promoted by Skandar Akbar. I don't know if any of y'all know who that is. In the 80s, he was a big name around here. No pictures of me. No, I didn't have tights on. I had my overalls on. We went to the show. And I mean, there's old timers, people that were out of the big business. Jake the Snake Roberts was there. Flying Brian Pillman before he died, he was there. It had to be like 2001 because it was right before my dad passed, and he passed in 2002. We were there watching the show, sitting as close to it as we could. About midway through the show, Skandar Akbar and a one-man gang come out there talking noise, loud noise. I'd been drinking. I mean, just probably the top half of a 30-pack drinking. And I started bumping my gums just a little bit. When I did that, they loved it. They started bumping their gums at me. And we kept getting louder and louder, talking more trash. To to the point they were walking up to me getting louder. And I stood up, folded a chair up, and chased them around the arena for a minute. You had to be there. My dad, a friend of his, Brent Morgan, which y'all seen in videos in past, and Kevin Camp were there, and they were trying to tell me to shut up and sit down, and it was not happening. I was already a little bit deep in them Busch lattes. Yes, sir. And at the end of the show, Skandar came up to me and said, "Come on, you need to go to work for us." I was like, "No." He said, "Yeah, come to the class. I'll teach you a couple moves. We'll have you in the ring next weekend." No, I have a job. I was in my late 20s then. No. And I don't know if y'all know who Skandar Akbar or the One Man Gang is. The One Man Gang was huge. Literally huge. I mean, I wouldn't. He was probably 2 inches taller than me. And I'm 6'1" when I stand up straight. And he was probably 75 or 100 pounds bigger than me. Now we'd be closer, but I was probably 325 then. Oh, it was, hey, it was fun. We went to a show like 2 weeks later that they put on, and they were waiting for me to do it there, but I didn't. I was just enjoying the wrestling. But yeah, it was fun. That's my one night in the wrestling business. I had a blast. My dad got a kick out of it. That's one of the memories I've got with him, though. And one of the others I've got with him, me and him, a month before he passed, me, him, and Brent went and seen David Allen Coe live at the Rio Palm Isle. And that was a night. No, I drank at that one too. It was just it was a different vibe. There was a whole lot. The crowd was bigger. I think that's what happened over there. It wasn't a really big crowd. And they were kind of inspiring people to talk trash to them there. And they never really did that at the other one. Oh, it was a blast, dude. And really wish I'd have took him up on it and went and did a little local shows with him. But I had a full-time night job then. I skipped work to go see that because it was on a Friday night. Yeah. I was a little bit better shape then. I gave him a couple of good whacks with that chair if he'd got close enough. Right now, if it took more than 10 seconds, boy, he'd whoop the shit out of me. What's that Toby Keith song? Not as good as I once was. Hell, once I'm not even as good as I once was. No, I was too old for that, Lee. Thank you. I need to do more trapping videos. I enjoy trapping. I really do, but I hate to sound like an asshole. If somebody's not going to pay me for it, I'm not hardly going to do it because the money I get off the hides here won't cover the bait and lure. What's up, biker boy Corey? You just missed a story. You should have been here for that. You probably didn't know I was a professional wrestler for one night in 2001. Oh. Oh, yeah. Nobody's ever going to take that memory away. Busch Light tried to. I didn't let it. Back then, I drank probably a 30 pack a night. 6 nights a week. I'd take Sunday off. Yeah, it was fun. There's a million of them like that. If I could get Cornbread to come sit beside me or Brent to come sit beside me and tell these stories, that's all I would do. There's millions of them. There's stories from the trapping video that I just couldn't put on there. Yeah, Flake, I used to do it seriously. You can ask anybody that knows me, a 30 pack a day, 6 days a week. No, it was good for me until my body decided I couldn't do it anymore. That's the only reason I don't do it now. My body said, no, you can't do that shit no more. You'll get sick and die. And I could drink a 30 pack and pretty much maintain. You might not even know I've been drinking if you didn't know me. Now I can drink 3 and you know I'm slawed. That's why there wasn't a lot of video around the camp. Just the morning time. Because me and a couple of us there, we got slawed. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Lou. Really. Just age. I mean, you said you had a birthday the other day. You're 37. I think I was about 38 when I figured out I couldn't do it anymore. I was working in the oil field. Well, it was booming around here, and it was hard for them to keep people working because they'd go somewhere else, go somewhere else. Every night when we get to the motel, there would either be 2 kegs or unlimited canned beer every night. Well, I drank, 6 or 8, go take me a shower and go to bed. Well, I feel fine, and then all of a sudden I didn't. I went to the doctor, and he said, "Yeah, you're diabetic. You can't do that anymore." How did I get into trapping? Really, it was something I wanted to do. I found a guy on Facebook that was really good at it, and for a small fee, he taught me how to be good at it. And I'm not, yeah, he's the best in East Texas. Heard a bunch of people's feelings about that, but he's the best. He might be the best in Texas, period. And I went and learned from him. We're still friends from that. And I learned how to coyote trap and bobcat trap. Well, then there wasn't no work for that around here. There's a bunch of beaver work. Well, he taught me with video and over the phone how to beaver trap. Beaver is what I trap mainly for pay. I mean, before COVID, I was averaging 4 jobs a month, 6 months out of the year, 7 months out of the year. Then COVID hit and people quit spending money. And we're under a drought, and it's hard to even tell if you got beavers right now. Yeah, COVID sucks. I know you ain't supposed to say it on YouTube, so we'll just say the virus. Yeah, it cost me a lot of money since it came out. I know that's supposed to be Diet Mountain Dew, everybody understands. But I'd had my one for a day already. That'll be cool. I don't have any mods in here. Anybody that's in here that wants to watch a good small YouTube channel, go check out Biker Boy Corey. None of my mods are in here. And I don't know how to add you or share your. Let me look and see if I can. Yeah, y'all go check out Biker Boy Corey. Coors Light. Well, Lee, I was always a Busch Light guy. It was BLD or none for me. Lee, you don't do any beaver trapping? I mean, people will pay you to do that. They get in and destroy ponds. That's where I make my money. It's when they're in ponds and farm ponds, digging out dams and everything. That, and I've discovered that I've got a couple of people cutting my throat right now, but they can do it for free. I don't. If you're not going to pay me what I want a job, pay them. Then call me when they've got everything screwed up and you still got beavers. Who all in here still bass fishes? I know. I imagine Eddie and them are all gone. Someone got jobs and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I would like to do that, but for a lot of insurance and a lot of traveling, I can't do that. Well, Lou, I don't know how Kentucky works. I know how Texas works. I don't have a season if I'm trapping beaver to get them off somebody's property. If I catch an otter, that just happened. That's just part of it. If I catch a raccoon, that just happened as part of it. I can't sell the furs. I can't sell the furs if I'm getting paid to trap anyway. So we will have to do away with that the next live. You had enough bush and you got work tomorrow? I feel you. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of us. Hell, you up late. Lou, if you ever need any questions about it, you know how to get a hold of me. If you don't, my number's on Facebook. 2 places. Oh, you gotta go take a test. Yeah, a bunch of states are like that. I doubt what it's a hard test. Bass fishing favorites. You damn right, Brian. Where do you fish at mainly, Brian? Since you're down there around 80 or Texas reeling. Yeah, I mean any questions. I always get it drives me nuts. These animals are smart. No, they're not. Their brains are that big. They're not smart. Coyotes are not smart. Bobcats are not smart. If they were, I couldn't catch them. Bass are not smart. They eat metal weenies repeatedly. And so I've got a coyote and a bobcat. If I keep playing around in front of my camera, I'm gonna go set some more traps back there behind the house. I'd check that. Check my camera. Yeah, they're not. People drive me crazy telling me how smart coyotes are. No, they're dumbasses. I trick them into stepping on that out of all the land. That out of all the land they got around them. They can't be real fucking smart. Because I'm not smart. I, I hadn't bought beer in so long. The other day, when me and Cornbread and everybody else was riding around doing the hog trapping, I seen how high Bud Light was. And I was like, oh, Jesus. I'm glad I don't drink anymore. The only thing I buy ever anymore is that damn ranch water by Long Creek. And it's expensive. I knew it was expensive. It's $10, $11 for a 6 pack. I don't drink but one, maybe two a night, so that's not bad. And I actually haven't drank but one since the first of the year. Man, they bought like a 18 pack of bottles and it was 20 something bucks. Yeah, I got you, Brian. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Get your kayak. That's what I had to do. I truly wish I fished out of it every day. I enjoy it. Yeah, fat man in a little boat. It's fun. If you want to go search back through the videos, the very first time I put it on the water, I fell out of it. I didn't flip it, I just fell out of it. And it was early March and about 40 degrees outside with about a 12-mile-an-hour north wind blowing. I like fishing down at the spillway. I don't know if Mr. Eddie's still in here. He showed me a little secret down there. I like doing it down there during the summertime. You're still working on a 30 pack from November. That's seriously. I tell you about, I've drank 3 ranch waters since the first of the year. I had 2 left over after New Year's. I drank them about last week sometime. Then we went and got that last hog, the one I didn't do a video on. I drank one that day. Now it was a tall boy. Any recommendations? Get one that you're not too big for. That's the only recommendation I can give you. I don't know how big a boy you are. I don't know anything about you. But I had to look long and hard where I could get one that would haul a load. I mean, mine's weight rated for 550 or 600 pounds. And sometimes I have it overweight because I'm not scared to carry everything I own in it, plus a battery and a fish finder. What's going on, Fishing with Fitz? How you doing? When you coming back to East Texas? We're just over here. We're just doing a what baits I'm gonna be throwing this weekend kind of thing. Telling a few stories, all of which are 100% true. End of March. I got you. I got you. The bass are already getting on beds. You probably end of March, you're going to catch post spawn fish. Which you come down here to crappie fish, right? I know a bunch of people come down here to crappie fish. I was fishing last year out there at the north end of Lake the Pines and ran into what I consider a celebrity on YouTube and talked to him for 2 or 3 hours. Coon Creek Outdoors. He's one of the first YouTube channels I ever watched. He was down here crappie fishing. I was hoping the other first YouTube channel I ever watched would come on here. He's a local guy. A lot of times he'll pop in. I hear that, Fitz. I hear that. I mainly bass fish. But from now, every now and again, I'll catch a big old crappie or a big old catfish while I'm bass fishing. I've got a little bait that I use from the time they get on the beds till they're way past off the bed. Just a little plastic swim bait made by Smash Tech, and do everything eats it. Everything. I've caught big crappie on it. I've caught catfish on it. Catch bass all the time on it. Lake of the Pines called my name. That's not a bad one to have calling your name. I'm just going to tell you before you get here, it's about 6 foot low, and it's going to be low because they're starting to do work on bridges. That whole north end of that lake is scary now. Everything above 155 is scary low right now. Keep that in mind before you get out there and get to running like an idiot. The first weekend of May, I want to go watch the boat wrecks at the KYKX starting up. You wasn't that far north? Okay. I mean, the whole lake's low, but it's a whole lot worse on the north end. The north end is where I do all my fishing, most of it. Trying to think the last time I went out to Wells. A weekend after Thanksgiving. I did okay, but Buck didn't catch a fish and we hadn't been back. And I've heard it's not really a hot water lake this year. So I would like to catch snakeheads. Yes, definitely, Corey. I would like to come catch some snakeheads. For sure. Yeah. Last time I was out there, it was the same temperature as Lone Star was the week before. But I caught fish, and I was fishing with Buck, and he couldn't catch any, and we didn't fish that long. I think I caught the fourth fish, and he was ready to go. Backboated again. Yeah, that's gonna be the name of my podcast. Y'all be looking for it. I've got the guy that does my intro music working on some music for it too. If y'all have never heard my intro music, that is a buddy of mine, John Cornett. I've known him for about 20 years. And he does. He plays guitar all the time, picking, and he sent that to me without me even asking. I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm going to use that." So, what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Yeah, I don't know where you fish from the bank, but yeah. Well, I mean, they're not gone. Just wear rubber boots and just get on the bank and fish. That frees up a lot more easier walking to me. Just wear rubber boots and don't get in any mud you can't get out of. You can probably fish a lot more now. Yeah, from I don't know. I assume after the rain, yeah, they have been releasing a small amount. It was like really small, but it was steady. And I mean, we're about half ass under drought conditions. You're gonna have a video on that this week, right, L&M? Let me share your channel. I know most of the people here you brought, so but let me go share yours since I figured out how to do that. These folks right here are entertaining. I'm going to tell y'all, go check them out. Small channel. Let's get them to 1,000. My favorite lives to go to. Their lives are a whole lot better than mine. And they do a live on Wednesday and Saturday nights, I think. What are you gonna be doing this weekend, Fitz? What kind of fishing? Whatever bites. That's why I bet since the first of the year, I went out and filmed 15 times and made 2 videos. No problem, Lou. Y'all share me every time y'all get a chance. Y'all go check L&M out. Entertainment. Nonstop. Bass. Me too. Me too. Probably from the kayak Friday, probably from the boat Saturday. Yeah, we're planning on it, going with L&M live. I want to get my followers built back up used to watching these live. I'm gonna start doing them every Thursday and Sunday. Probably from now on, the Thursdays are gonna be just talking about what I'm gonna be fishing this weekend, and bullshit session afterwards. 'Cause that's what I like doing. I mean, I can talk all night. Y'all ask questions, I'll answer them. I appreciate that, Lou. I do, because I know some of it's horrible. There's some of it I can't watch. I'm working on getting better at the edits. I spent a little bit of money to make my lives look a lot better. They don't. I hope they sound better. This is way better. I want to. The only upgrade I want to do now is I want to get a better camera for my computer. And then I might just be a live channel. The mic I bought, it to hook up to my phone, but it won't, because my phone camera is a lot better than the camera on this computer. Yeah, Eddie, we definitely need to get together, make some more air gun videos. Definitely. It's finna get decent weather where we can do more. I don't guess so. About the only Mountain Dew. Oh yeah, no, I hadn't got the sponsorship yet. I hadn't got it yet. I'm trying. Y'all know anybody that's got anything to do with that? Let me know. It sounds good. That's good. Does it look good? Can you tell the light that I've got in front of me? I put it to you like this. It is totally dark in this room except for this light that's shining on me. Yeah, Scotty, I need a Mountain Dew sponsorship. If they'll just pay for the travel, that's all they got to pay for. I don't know if y'all have noticed the gas prices here lately. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yeah, right. I'm gonna have to get a little black truck back running so get something to drive some, get some better gas mileage. It's not near as comfortable to drive as that Ford, but damn, that Ford every time it sees a gas station it wants to pull in and talk to the pumps. Every time. Kind of why I'm glad I'm still fishing out of a kayak too. I don't have to put any gas in it. Just a one Diet Mountain Dew every 2 or 3 hours. Built back better. You damn right he has. We'll be in World War III by the end of the month. I did a little TikTok about that. I hope everybody's proud of the way they voted in that election. I really do. The main tweets hurt everybody's feelings, but everybody in America was working and gas was cheap. I know that's right, Lou. I know that's right. Man, Scotty, do you watch that Steve Porterfield? He's got a small YouTube channel. He mainly posts on Facebook. He been wearing them out up there. Wearing them out. $3.29 here. I don't even know what it is. Honestly, I think that's about what it is here, Lee, but I could be lying. It may be higher because last week it was 309. You know, it jumps all the time. Right, right. I need to go up and fish Hawkins. I've never fished it. And I mean, it's not an hour from me. I have a feeling it's about like Lone Star, though. It's probably one of them lakes, if you know it, it could be on. Even if you know it, it could be off. 12-inch black worm in the north end is a good place. 12-inch black worm, I got those. I know Steve been wearing them out up on Hawkins. Big fish. 6 and 7, 8 pound fish. He was tearing Lone Star up like that for a couple of years, or well, for about a year, and then they made it where everybody else could get on the lake and they quit fishing. You live 9 miles from Hawkins? Cool. How far are you from Fort? I need to get up to Fort while it's low. I like fishing lakes when they're low. Some of the biggest fish I've ever caught on lakes that were more than 6 foot low. What about that Gladewater Lake? I hear that's a pretty good lake. I've never been on either one of them. Yeah, the lower they are, the especially when it gets hot. If they're bad low when it's hot, then I'm finna wear some fish out. Yeah. I need to come up and fish both of them. I had never been on either one of them. I think Bucks fish glade water a time or two. Popeye late in the summer. Yes, sir. Yellow Magic. I imagine it's a little low, but I doubt what it's low like the ponds. I mean, Lone Star is still bank level full, as dry as it's been. Hey, you tell me when, Scotty. I'm on my way. You, you can ask Eddie right there. You don't say it but once, and I'll be down there in the morning. And I don't travel light. I'm gonna bring a minimum of 7 rods and about 5 of these. And I'm gonna sit in the back of the boat and bitch. So that's my big thing to do. Yeah, just I got an email here, and I'm everywhere else too. All right, Lee, I'm gonna try to go Sunday night. I'm gonna try to start going Sundays and Thursdays. Sunday night probably be a little bit earlier, but not much. Just easier for me to get the house to myself after 8:30. They're fixing to redo 155 bridge, and what I've heard when they get finished with it, they're moving Alley, Johnson, and Hurricane. So this might be a 10-year thing. I don't know that to be true. That's all Facebook rumors. I don't put a lot of stock in those. Oh yeah, one other thing I didn't mention on baits. If it's really tough, Eddie, tell him what I'm finna throw. I'm finna throw me a wacky worm. And I have a feeling I'll be throwing a wacky worm tomorrow afternoon. Lou, y'all have a good night too. I'm gonna try not to run these much over an hour, and I see it's an hour and 8 right now. I appreciate everybody that came. Scotty, you can get a hold of me on any social media. It is Big John's Life. And on here, you can find my email. On Facebook, on Big John's Life, my phone number is there. Text me from there. 409 Outdoors. Good evening, everyone. Everybody have a good night. See y'all Sunday, probably 8:30. If y'all want to come hang out, come hang out. We get on some fish. Maybe I'll have a fishing video Sunday before I go live. I doubt it though. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.